Hey YouTube, I could not be more excited to tell you about my latest mountain bike that I intend to use for gravel grinders, and here it is. It is a 2016 Scott Scale 700. I took the original fork off it, which is a Fox Factory 32 with a remote lockout, but the lockout didn't work very well. If you locked it out, it just didn't lock out well at all. I like to stand a lot when I pedal, and I didn't really know what I should get, but the folks at Mountain Bike Radio, specifically Matt McCauley, who is just a stinking genius, suggested I get the Whiskey No. 9 carbon fiber fork, which is super lightweight. I bought the fork from Plains Bike and Ski because I didn't have the tools to install it, and they have all the expertise in doing so, and I have none. I'm very happy with the job they did installing it and the price they gave me on the fork installed. It took probably 2 pounds off my bike. I could not be happier with this setup. I can stand on the climbs with no bob whatsoever, obviously, and it's super light now, and I'm just loving it. So this bike with a fender, pump, tool bag, which has a spare, a multi-tool, couple tire levers, a patch kit, weighs in at 21 pounds, 8 ounces, which is pretty freaking light. I switched out the knobby Nick tires for Rocket Rons, which roll a little better on the pavement, but I could put something a little less knobby on there and a little smaller because the rims are quite narrow. So prior to this bike, I had 2 cyclocross bikes, which I had converted for gravel grinding by putting lower gears on them and auxiliary brake levers because I was never comfortable riding on the hoods on really rough terrain, and some of the things I ride are quite rough. So I wasn't sure what length fork to get because I didn't really know how to measure this, but apparently you measure axle to crown, and the axle to crown on that fork is almost identical to the axle to crown on this fork. So even though this is for a 29er and this is a 27.5 wheel size, it worked out perfect. This bike is an all-out race bike, and I never really felt comfortable on it. This fork did not have room for more extra spacers, so I couldn't really raise the bars. When I got the Whiskey fork, I had them not cut it all the way, and now this is considerably higher by about the 2 white little spacers there. I also have some riser bars, which are a little narrower than the bars that were on the bike originally, which were flat bars. Now I am extremely comfortable on this bike. I just want to say thanks to Matt from Mountain Bike Radio. You nailed it. And I'd just like to give a big shout out to them. I really enjoy their podcasts. Matt, Andrea, and Full-Face Kenny are stinking geniuses when it comes to cross-country mountain bike stuff. And Kenny did suggest I could get a Fox with a Fit 4 damper, and that would lock out a lot better than this fork, which is, I'm sure, true because I have a Fox 34 with a Fit damper on my new Specialized camber, but it doesn't lock out 100%. This is my Specialized camber with a Fit 4 damper, and this is how well it locks out. Still not 100%. It's pretty good, but there's still at least that much play, at least an inch of play, fully locked out. So that just wasn't going to cut it. So anyway, that's my bike, and I just love it. I can stand and climb, and I got the bar ends on there, the Ergon grips. This is so much better than trying to hold on to little skinny road bars. The last 2 gravel grinders I've done, I've seen people crashed on the road, and they both were on probably cyclocross bikes. They both crashed on the same road at high speeds, and I believe the guy suffered brain damage actually, and the woman, I believe, broke her hip or something. I'm just not comfortable going really, really fast on a cross bike and on such narrow tires. I ride at least 2.4 tires or bigger, and even these 2.1s seem narrow to me, so I'm not sure I'm going to change them or not. I had no trouble keeping up with my friends except for on the uphills, which I always have trouble keeping up with my friends on the uphills. So, and then on the downhills, I tend to be right up near the top, especially if it's really rough. But I don't really like taking chances. I don't want to end up injured and out of commission for a long period of time. So this is my plan for my gravel grinder bike from now on. I'm never going to win a race, but I'll enjoy riding this a whole lot more than I enjoy riding my cross bikes. Oh, another thing is my Cannondale cyclocross bike was twitchy as hell at high speeds, and my felt was great. My felt, I had no issues riding 40, 50 miles an hour. I really haven't taken this one that fast yet, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think this is going to be very stable. But to have something that locks out absolutely 100% is huge to me. I really like that much better. I'll just stand on lots of the climbs and really enjoy it. So that's it. Thanks for watching.